A delegation representing U.S. agricultural interests toured a sugarcane processing plant in Cuba as part of a visit to explore ways to increase business ties between the two countries. At the Primero de Mayo processing plant, the delegation observed the sugarcane being processed, cut and refined into white granules and ready for shipment around the world. Cuba's sugar industry was once the island's main source of foreign currency and used as barter for goods and services. The sugar still ranks among the country's leading export products. The U.S. Agricultural Coalition for Cuba, made up of 95 different companies and organizations, has been pressing Congress to lift the trade embargo against Cuba, opening a new market for goods and products from America.
Yeah, we think that there's good possibility with as trade opens up and as tourism opens up, a good market for a lot of our product, as well as I said, the things that we can do to help their industry domestically look good as well.
Business interest in Cuba has climbed rapidly since President Obama announced last December that diplomatic ties with the island would be restored after some 50 years. But much remains to be done before American exporters can begin competing for business on the island. Farmers always have their eye to the sky as the weather has a huge impact on their crops and their livelihood. And when Mother Nature throws a curveball, farmers have crop insurance to see them through. The deadline to apply for that insurance is right around the corner. Reporter Alana Martella talks to one farm family about just how important that insurance can be.
With Minnesota's volatile weather such as hail, tornadoes, and drought, being a farmer can be risky business. One day's weather can be beautiful, while the next can destroy the crop farmers have been working so hard to produce.
Last year was one of those years with the hail event. We had a great crop coming. We absolutely had a great crop coming, and then the hail came.
Fortunately, O'Connor, who has been in the farming business for over 35 years, knows the importance of being insured.
So we had the crop insurance for that. Without that, we would have had a whole different issue starting out the year 2015.
What type of insurance should one get? And just how much does it cost to have your crop insured? Well, that depends.
A very popular one is called revenue insurance, and it depends on what percentage of your income that you're insuring, but it can cost, a lot of them are costing about $8 an acre up to $30 an acre just for that product.
So, for those farmers debating whether to buy insurance, there is still time to do so. Take it from someone who has been in the farming business for decades.
The crop insurance program is there as a way to maintain the American security and of our food. Only 1% of the population is actually involved in agriculture and farming, so it's very important that we keep that safety net there.
The USDA's Risk Management Agency says the final date North and South Dakota farmers and ranchers have to purchase or change crop insurance on spring planted crops is 1 week from today. That's Monday, March 16th. Case IH and New Holland picked up Machine of the Year awards at an international trade show in Paris last month. The Magnum 380 CVX from Case IH won in the 280 to 400 horsepower tractor category. And the new Boomer 54D from New Holland Agriculture won in the compact and specialized tractor category. Time now for Iron Monday, the latest in machinery news brought to you by Degelman Industries. The final few days of February found a record number of farmers in warm Phoenix at Commodity Classic. There were also the most ever exhibitors at the event. One of them is our new sponsor, Degelman Industries. Valley News Live Farm Director Mick Kerr asked the local Degelman rep what farmers thought of the Pro-Till cultivator.
Oh, they're wondering if it's going to be chopping up corn stalks, covering it up, and helping break down for over the winters and get ready for the spring.
I guess the answer to that is?
Oh, yes. It does a very good job. We've got the weight of the machine and got good angles on the discs for them to move the dirt and cover up the trash.
Got a long drawbar. What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of that is so for contour to the ground. We don't have to rely on the hitch to contour. Our machine contours to the ground on its own with putting the cylinders in float. In the fall, you'll be running at 4 to 5 inches deep in corn, but in the spring you can bring it up to shallower depths to make a nice seed bed. There's no depth stop valves or electronics to go wrong with it. Set it at the depth you want and run. These Pro Tills are a corn machine designed for corn, and we're gonna get down into those Iowas and Indiana, Illinois this year.
All right, coming up right after the break, we'll take a full look at your weather forecast.